Hi everyone, welcome back to Sashay Away with Barry. I'm Barry. I am here and I'm going to talk about this week's episode of RuPaul's Drag Race, season 11. No, oh my God, season 11. That's how stupid I am. Season 13, episode 13. And you're going to notice that I chipped my tooth today. So it's going to look really weird on camera. I can't get to the dentist until Monday. So we're just going to stare at how ridiculous I look for a moment. Yeah, terrible, 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 terrible. But we're going to get past that. I am drinking from the Ho Goblet. I brought it out. I'm drinking my rosé in honor of Miss Rosé. Spoiler alert, she won her third challenge tonight, and well-deservedly so. So I'm drinking iced rosé. There's ice in my glass. I don't know if you can hear it. But rosé, iced rosé in the Ho glass. And you know, I wanted to say Jose. But it doesn't. I bought it this way. I did not make it myself. But I'm here. I'm going to talk about this episode. Stop looking at my tooth. I can't stop staring at myself. So that's the way it is. This episode was called Henny, I Shrunk the Drag Queens, and it is a little skit that they did, and I have a lot to say about it. But I'm going to try to make this as quick as possible, quick and painless for us all. If you are interested in tooting and booting these looks with us, you can do so on my Insta story. That is following me on Instagram at Sashay Away with Barry, SASHAY. That is on Instagram. They usually go up on Sundays. I may actually do it tomorrow if I can get all the looks together. I have screenshots, but I like to use their Instagram photos because they're just much more clearer. And the only one I'm missing right now is Olivia. So if she posts hers tonight, it will go up tomorrow morning because Sunday is Easter. And for those of you who don't know, I do the Easter Bonnet Parade every year in New York City. Obviously, we're in a pandemic. This is year 2. We're not having a parade, but I'm doing a virtual parade with my friends that I do it with. So my Insta story is going to be filled with bonnet pictures. Sorry, I'm going to scratch my eye. I took some photos today in it in drag, so those will go up as well. I just don't want to post them until Sunday because that is Easter. So you can find those on my Insta story as well. Or maybe I'll put them all up together and you can toot and boot my drag look. How about that? We'll see. Also, if you really want a fun laugh, follow me on Instagram and go see my recreation of Candy Muse's alien look. I was challenged by my friend Ryan to recreate Candy's look because I said it was just so basic and simple that anyone could do it. And so I did it. It's not an exact replica, but it is pretty damn close. I even had an inflatable alien. I couldn't get a purple. I tried to order a purple one, but it wouldn't let me select a color. It's just a random color. So I got a green one. So we look like, you know, brother and sister standing next to each other. And then I have her strapped on my back. Find it on my Insta story. Maybe I'll put it in the Toots and Boots video this week. I meant to do it this week and I forgot. But let's talk about this episode. So this was an acting challenge. Look at me, I'm covering my tooth. I did it totally unintentionally, but you know, it worked. This was an acting challenge. There was no mini challenge this week. That's all I can say about it. Let's go right into me sharing my screen. First and foremost, oh, not RuPaul. I want to talk about Miss Cynthia Revo as our guest judge. She has been dying to be on the show, and I've been dying for her to be on the show because I am a huge Cynthia Revo stan. I think the girl can do no wrong. I didn't love Harriet, but I thought she was great in it. I didn't love the movie, but I thought she was fantastic in it. Obviously, the song is spectacular. Singing is her forte. I was first introduced to Miss Revo in the Color Purple revival on Broadway, and I went back and saw it 4 times. I'm not ashamed of that. I completely stand by her performance, especially the first time I saw it. Her performance is my singular favorite Broadway performance ever. In The Color Purple, I know they are turning the musical into a movie, and if they do not cast her as Celie, it will be a travesty because she will win the fucking Oscar for it. And she will then have an EGOT, which is an Emmy, Grammy, Oscar, and Tony, all for the same role. I don't think anyone can ever say that that has happened to them. So come on, Cynthia, please do The Color Purple movie musical. Do not put anyone else in this role. It is hers. And I cannot say enough nice things about her. Also, if you're looking for a good movie with Cynthia Revo in it, Bad Times at the Royale. It is a weird, bizarre movie. She sings in it. She is fantastic. She wears a great wig. I loved the movie so much. Also Widows, I think she was in Widows, yeah. She's great in that as well. So that's my Cynthia Revo moment of the day. I love her and adore her. And I can't wait to see more stuff from her. I'm gonna watch her Aretha little bio thing that she did. I think it's on Nat Geo Plus or something like that. One of those streaming channels. I don't know. But I have it saved in my thing to watch. I think it's on, might be on Hulu. I don't know. Go find it, but it's called something Aretha. Just look Cynthia Revo up and you'll find it. But then it brings us to RuPaul on the runway. She's back to her normal gown looks. You can't see it in this picture, but there are 2 slits. I wonder if you can see my mouse on your screen, but if not, there's like a big slit here and a big slit here. So it's kind of like a Grecian look almost. I don't love this wig. It's actually better in this picture than you could see it on the screen. It didn't have any definition on the screen to me. It looked just like a big blob of hair. I think it's just too white. And that's my only critique of this. I think RuPaul, I mean, she always looks good. Let's not dispute that. But I think I like the dress. I don't like the wig. Our category on the run, because we went right to the runway, because then we're going to have our skit afterwards. So I'm going to go right to that next. And that our category was Haute Pockets, aka Hot Pockets. And I was desperately waiting for someone to come out dressed as a Hot Pocket or some kind of Hot Pocket-esque look. We did not get that, and it made me very sad. A friend of mine said that Tina Burner would have done that if she was there, and I have to agree, she probably would have. But we got no Hot Pockets. We did get pockets, though. First up was Simone. I love the idea of this. The judges really loved it. And I think that was just to give her some praise that she needed since she had a bad week last week. I love everything about it except the super wide leg. I wish it was just a little more tailored in the leg, but I love the zipper. I love the giant pocket on the back. The wig, the Tina Burner wig, I don't love, but I don't hate it either because it's something that Simone doesn't normally wear. The zipper, I cannot get over. I think this zipper is fantastic. I just wish the legs were a little taken in. I just feel like they're too big. She did have a funny moment on the runway when Ru dismissed all the girls. She stayed there and I was like, oh my God, something's happening. Simone's still there. But I don't know if she took her shoes off or if she fell out of her shoes or her shoes got stuck on the pant leg, but her shoe was off for some reason and no one stayed to help her. But I guess she got it all figured out and I'm glad. And she even said, she's like, keep that in. And it made a great moment. So bravo to you. I just wish the pant leg was a little more tailored. But other than that, it's a really good look. Next, we have Olivia Lux. This is beautiful. I think this is the white wig that RuPaul should have worn because it looks so much better than RuPaul's wig. I think she misunderstood the assignment, I'm gonna say, because she gave us a dress with pockets. You can't see them, but her hands are in the pockets. It's a beautiful dress. I think it's really interesting. I think it has great shape to it. I just don't think it fits the brief. And I think she just misunderstood the challenge. But I love the look. It's just not pockets, that's all. And maybe it's supposed to be subtle pockets. Maybe it's supposed to be the tinfoil that you wrap a Hot Pocket in. I don't know. Maybe I just didn't get it. But I think she looks beautiful. Next, we have Rosé giving us this black and white rain jacket with then a reveal underneath for this teeny tiny mini dress. It's spectacular. These pictures don't really do it justice, but it is made out of latex or some kind of fabric like that, so it had a shine to it as well. She just looks so good. My boyfriend Christian hated the wig. I like the wig, actually. I think it goes really well with her outfit. Michelle even said she liked the wig, so I don't feel alone in this, but you know, that could just be production thing. You have to like everything that Rosé does this week. You know, that's how things go. She is their mouthpiece. That thing in her ear is just telling her what to say. I think her makeup looks great too. I did an eye very similar to this today, which you will see on Sunday in my Easter look. I had color above the white instead of just the white above the color, but she looks fantastic. I think this look is super cute. She could have gotten away with a big Lady Bunny wig, but then they would have compared her to Lady Bunny as well, because this is definitely a Lady Bunny style, but all of these little pockets. Go look at her Instagram because she posts amazing pictures that are completely staged in her runway looks. In one of the little pockets, like right here, she's standing up in the dress as well. It's her with her in the pocket. It is so, so cute. I love this look. So good. Then we have Candy Muse. This is just a mess. I don't think I would have even come out on the run, especially seeing everyone else. I mean, Olivia Lux missed the theme of the challenge, but at least she looked good. Candy Muse just missed everything and looks a mess. You can't tell that these are supposed to be pockets on this. It looks like it was a cage skirt that she just put pockets on and then just like pin the whole thing. I don't know what to say. I will say she did post a funny picture on her Instagram of not wearing the dress, just holding it up like she's throwing it away and just the orange bodysuit underneath it. So at least she had a sense of humor about it. You can't see this wig, but the pink side is like cut really short. It's like an asymmetrical hairdo. It just doesn't make any sense. It was not a good week on the runway for Miss Candy Muse. This look is very reminiscent of her alien look. I will not be recreating this look because I just don't want to. But it's just as bad as the alien look to me. The alien look might even be a little better, honestly, because this is just mess. Gottmik gave us a little reveal as well, giving us pockets inside with watches. And then at first I didn't get the gold chain dress, but then I was like, oh my God, she's selling gold chains and watches, and it is kind of genius. Also, when the coat was closed, you can't see it in because this is right before she's opening it, but when the coat was closed, it actually looked really chic as well. I am a sucker for a coat dress. There is a picture of me in a coat dress on my Instagram as well, if you want to go see that. It is a pop art coat dress, and it is one of my favorite pictures that I've ever taken for my work from home drag looks. So you can go check that out on my Instagram as well. Lots of things to look at on my Instagram now. That is Sashay Away with Barry on Instagram. I think Gottmik looks fantastic. The wig I wasn't crazy about, but I don't really care because the outfit is so ingenious that you don't care what she could be wearing no makeup and no wig, and I'd be like, this outfit is fucking cool. She did a great job. That brings us to our RuCo picture. Those of you who don't know, this is a spoof on RKO. RKO is a big movie house back in maybe the 30s and 40s. I mean, it's super old, obviously black and white. I guess maybe the 60s as well. I'm not sure. I'm not sure the date, but it's RKO was the big movie house at the time. But our challenge is, of course, Henny. I shrunk the drag queens. I get worried anytime there is a acting challenge that is a spoof of something like this, because they are usually so poorly written that it's just hard to watch. And I know these are drag queens and they're supposed to be overacting and it's supposed to not be great, but the writing is just so horrendous. This one, maybe the worst one ever, honestly. I thought it was so terrible and so bad. I just, I almost was like, I don't know that anyone should win because this is so bad. It's not their fault. They're doing their job. So I'm glad that someone did win, and I'm glad it was Rosé. But yeah, it was just like, oh, the lines that these queens are having to say are just awful. Here are their looks from that, starting with Got Mick. She played, I didn't write down their names, but she was kind of the stupid one that'll do anything you say. If you know Mean Girls, to me, she's the Karen of the Mean Girls. That's what we're going to kind of go by all of these characters by. So she's the Karen of the Mean Girls. Rosé is not really part of the Mean Girls, so she's kind of playing this butch, almost lesbian-esque woman. I don't know why she's wearing this superhero outfit. But it's kind of reminds me of Pink, who I also think of as a lesbian superhero. So they have that. But to me, she would be playing, and I can't think of the girl's name. I want to say Lizzie, and I know that's not right, but it's the girl that's not part of the Mean Girls. She's Damien's friend, and someone put it in the comments, so I don't feel stupid unless I think about it at some point in this video and write it down or say it out loud, but put it in the comments if you know, and I will thank you for it immensely. I just can't think of her name. Simone is... this one, they said she was the smart one, the scientist, the leader. You can't really do that in Mean Girls because she's not Regina George. Candy Muse is clearly Regina George. So she would be the other one whose name I can't think of, but she had the hair like that as well. And they said her hair was so big because she had so many secrets in it. Oh my God, I feel so stupid. Ugh. You all hate me, and I'm okay with it. You know who I'm talking about, the girl from Party of Five. What the hell? Someone just put all the Mean Girls names in here, and I will feel stupid later. But that's who she reminded me of. And then we have Olivia, who is obviously the Lindsay Lohan character of Katie, being, you know, the sweet, innocent, nice one who turns mean at the end. There you go, Mean Girls. And then you have Candy, who is Regina George, the bitch of the group. So those are my Mean Girl references towards these characters. You could also say that these characters were these queens. Got Mick played herself, Simone played herself, Olivia played herself, and Candy played herself. Rosé was the only one that played a different character because she's an actress. And I guess Simone didn't really play her. I mean, I think she did play herself, but it was a nice change from her playing that same character that she does when she does all of the acting challenges and her lip syncs. So we did get something different from Simone, even though she was kind of playing herself. So there wasn't much stretch. Simone did want to play Candy's role, but Candy was not getting rid of it because she knew that she could just be herself. Olivia was the same way. She got to be herself. Got Mick got to be herself. With that being said, Got Mick was great in this challenge. I think my favorite part of this terrible little skit was the cat paw, tickling her and not playing with her because it was just so absurd, and she just went right with it and made it even more absurd. So bravo to Got Mick for that. Rosé was flawless in this. She did everything right. It was very kind of understated, but exactly what she needed to do for her character. Candy Muse thought this wig looked like Joey J. Joey J doesn't wear wigs, so I don't know what she was thinking. This doesn't look like Joey J's hair at all. I actually really love this wig on Simone. I think it's kind of reminiscent of old RuPaul. So I appreciate that. And I thought she did a safe job. It wasn't as outstanding as the judges said, but I know they were just giving her a little praise to boost her up because she had a rough week last week. But she did fine. She kind of had the straight man role as well. So she did fine with that. Olivia struggled. She wasn't terrible, but it was the same character that she does, this awful, like not whiny, super nice. Oh, and the way she delivers her lines are weird. I don't understand. I like Olivia. A lot of people have turned on her this season, but I do like her. But the act got old, and the fact that she wore these wedge high tops again drove me crazy. This is the third time we've seen them on the stage of RuPaul's Drag Race, the same ones. So it's time to retire those. If they are size 12 in women's, you can send them to me and I will wear them, because I have been trying to find a pair and I can't find a pair in my size, but I would wear them all the time out on the streets. I would not wear them on Drag Race more than once. And then we have Candy Muse. And Candy Muse played Candy Muse. There was no way around. That's the only reason she wanted this role, is because she didn't have to do anything. And she thought she could get by with that because it's gotten her by in the past. And she just wasn't good. She wasn't funny. She wasn't funny to me at all. I thought she was worse than Olivia personally, but again, you know my feelings on Candy Muse, and I'm not going to go into that anymore because I'm trying to be nice to her, and I already raked her outfit out as much as I could. Like I said, the winner of this challenge was Rosé, and well-deserved, because she was the only one that was really acting. Everyone else was just playing a version of themselves. So this is Rosé's third win. She got another $5,000. And she is just behind Simone in the leading of 4 wins. So bravo. And I mean, if you count them by individual wins, Simone and Rosé are tied because they each have 2. Simone won 2 challenges with 2 people, one of which was Rosé. So there you have that. Congratulations to Simone. She's still my pick to win this season. People, I think, are finally seeing it, what I've been saying all along, and I'm happy about that. Even Gottmik said that Rosé is the one to watch this season. She said it on this episode, and I was like, finally, someone is paying attention to Rosé. I've said it all along. I've said it since day one, everyone. You heard it here first. I still think she's going to win. That leaves us with Candy Muse and Olivia in the bottom doing Strong Enough by Cher. This is a great song. It's a great lip sync song as well. We got no tricks because the only person left I think that can, Gottmik does splits. She did a split on the first lip sync that she did. Rosé can do some tricks. I don't think anyone else can. So we're going to have lip syncs without tricks, which makes me very happy. Because I love just a straight lip sync. And this lip sync was that. Was it stellar? No. Candy moved around probably more than she ever has in her life, which was enjoyable to see. She did do some little dancing moves. Olivia did her typical dancing moves, all the drag queen staples. They both knew the words. Great. You should know the words to every Cher song. Candy Muse, took advantage of the line, "You gotta go." Olivia tried to do it as well, but it didn't work as well as when Candy did it, because Candy is big and brash and loud, and so it made a bigger statement when she did it. Who's gonna go home? I mean, the last time Candy Muse lip synced, it was a double. It wasn't a double save. It was Simone won, and then they let Candy Muse stay because they weren't done with her, and they weren't done with her because she needed to move on to the final 4. Here you can see this terrible wig that she just chopped off on one side for no reason at all. It is not fashionable. It is ugly. She has one green eye and one, I guess, pink, but it looks red eye. But she wins the lip sync and she gets to stay. She made it to the final 4. It was kind of written in the stars when they weren't sending her home within the first few weeks. It was like, they just love her on TV and they're going to push her through. And they did it. They got us all. We all were stuck with Candy Muse for every episode of this season, apparently, unless there happens to be an elimination next week, which I don't think there will be if history repeats itself. But that means we are saying goodbye to Miss Olivia Lux. She is a superstar. I'm going to say that right now. She has something very special about her. And I appreciate that. And I look forward to seeing her live someday here in New York City. And I look forward to things that she's going to do because she's been doing drag for a year. maybe not even a year at this when this happened. So I can't wait to see where her drag goes and what she does with it. And I would love to see her play the piano in her drag. That kind of fascinates me. She wrote, "Believe in yourself as I believe in you" on the mirror. XOXO, your polite diva, live. Those of you who don't know, this is a song from The Wiz. I don't know if she ever referenced The Wiz in this, but I could easily see her playing Dorothy in a drag version of The Wiz. She's not going to play it, as a boy, obviously, but she could be a drag Dorothy in The Wiz. So we say goodbye to Olivia. Bravo to her. Top 5, well-deserved. Could possibly be Miss Congeniality. They like to give it to the 5th place person. But I'm not sure she's going to get that because I think people turned on her halfway through the season. So I'm not sure that that's going to happen. Next week, we are getting a performance of Lucky, RuPaul's new song. I don't know if I know this song. I don't think I do. I don't know if it's even been released yet or if anyone's heard it. But they are going to apparently be, I don't know if they're going to have to do their own verse to it, but they definitely have to do some choreography to it. But I'm guessing they might have to do their own verse based on the 4 clips that they showed us. And it was these 4, so they're each doing they're in their own colors. Apparently they were told to wear a bra and panty or corset and panties, something like that, because that's what they're all wearing in different colors. Maybe these were even given to them and made for them. I don't know. But that's what we're going to get next week. And it looks like a lot of dancing. So I think Rosé has a very good chance to win if they do have a winner. Sometimes in the top 4, they don't say who the winner is. I think that was Evie Oddly's season. There were top 4, they didn't say that Evie won, even though she did. They just kind of said everyone gets to move on. Which I'm assuming is going to happen this week. If not, I think we might finally say goodbye to Candy Muse. But who knows? Maybe we'll have a big spoiler and someone will go home next week and it won't be Candy Muse. But I don't see any way that will happen. I think top 4, we're not going to see an elimination like we normally do. Then we will have our reunion, which I'm assuming is going to be on Zoom again. And then our finale, which I'm not sure if they've taped a live one or if we're going to get it online again. If they were filming one for specifically now, they would have to be filming it now. And I've heard nothing about that. Maybe you have. If you have, let me know. But I haven't heard anything about it. They would also have to be getting the queens there, and Candy Muse is in the city. So I know she's not there taping it. She just performed in New York on Monday. And I think they would have to quarantine when they get there, unless they're all vaccinated, which I don't think they are. Who knows? Maybe they are. So I don't think we're going to get a live finale, like taping even on a stage with no audience. I think hopefully they taped one just on the main stage like they used to do in the old days, just out of precaution. If not, it's going to be online, I think. And that is a shame. It didn't work last year. I don't know that maybe they learned from it and it'll be different this year. Who knows? But that's that. But I thank you all for watching and listening. If you are listening to this in podcast form and want to watch it on video and see my terrible tooth, you can. It's on my YouTube page, which is BHBrown13. If you are watching this and you don't want to look at this tooth, which I mean, I don't blame you, you can listen to it in podcast form wherever you get your podcast under Sashay Away with Barry. It is out there. It's on 8 different platforms, so it has to be on one that you are listen to podcasts on. It is on Apple Podcasts, which is the big one. It's on Spotify, which is the other big one. It's on a bunch of things. So you can get it there. If you don't want to look at any of those, you can go to my website, which is sashayawaywithbarry.com, and everything is there. The video is there. All the podcast links are there. And lots of other stuff as well that you can look at. There's a ton of stuff out there. I raised my whole goblet of rosé to Rosé. Congratulations, Queen. I'm so glad you're finishing this strong. And I look forward to you winning the crown in a couple weeks. And I thank you all for watching and listening. And I will be back with you, I think, on Tuesday next week with Brian and David to do our toots and boots of these looks. Again, if you want to follow along and toot and boot, you can do that on my Insta story. Look tomorrow. If not tomorrow, it'll be there definitely Sunday, but I'm going to try and put it up tomorrow, maybe late tomorrow. And then it'll roll into Sunday as well. Just look, it's at Sachet with Barry on Instagram. And you can voice your opinion for the toots and boots. If I get enough looks from the eliminated queens, because they post their looks, maybe I'll put them up there as well. A lot of them do post them, some don't. So we'll see what we get by the time I post it. Please stay safe out there. Wear your mask. We're not out of the pandemic. Numbers are going up here in the States again. I know they're going up in Europe as well with this variant. I'm fully vaccinated and I still wear my mask. Social distance, be safe, and be kind to one another. We're doing this to help other people. And we're going to get out of it. We just have to be a little more patient and responsible. So take care of yourself, take care of others. I love you, and bye-bye.